James was on one. He was on one.
Let's get into y'all getting a lot tonight.
Yes, you are.
Dynamite light a match, so get ready, y'all. Y'all are getting a lot tonight. Hello, welcome to the Pitchy Podcast. We are your hosts, James
and Stephanie.
Here on the Pitchy Podcast, we are passionate about good music and a great vocal. We'll use the vehicle of NBC's The Voice to give you our take and our feedback on each contestant's performance and overall vocal ability. On the Pitchy Podcast, what we will never do is come for any contestants as a human being or their character or anything of that nature. There are times we have been known to come off a little pitchy, if you know what I mean, but we'll always do our best to speak our truths and love, kindness, and respect. And with that, Stephanie, I have been waiting to talk to you about last night. And we, tonight, for the first time, are taping the next night because the Pitchy Podcast can't stay up until after 11 because we'd be up to 1:30 in the morning taping.
No.
We started taping at 11 o'clock.
No.
So we are actually taping on Tuesday versus Wednesday, you all. So we are taping the next day. So it's all fresh.
And happy St. Patrick's Day to all who
St.
celebrate.
Patrick's Day. We had another crazy drop in temperature here in the mid-Atlantic states, like dropped 40 degrees. It's freezing today.
It really is.
But we got so much to talk about. Let's just dive right in because there's so much to say. So first of all, can we talk about who the mega mentors or the not mega mentors, because there is one mega mentor, but who the mentors are for each coach?
1000%. So Adam had Benji from Good Charlotte, who is also a coach on at least one of the international The Voices.
Australia.
I forget whether I think it's Australia. Yeah. Then we had Money Long with John Legend, and I was loving her. I didn't know what to expect from Miss Money Long, and I was like, "Oh, sis, you dropping nuggets, you dropping gems."
I'll talk about Money Long a little bit later. She's it because I didn't even know. I felt foolish, and I will. Yeah, we'll talk about that. Maybe I'll give you a little bit, and then you need to join the Patreon because I'm gonna really talk about her on the Patreon for just $5 a month. Okay.
All right.
Who's our last?
Last was J HUD. She stepped in all.
Living under your spotlight. See, y'all gotta understand. BIPOC or people of color will always go back to like a song from a million years ago. Like when we're talking about a singer, J HUD has come out with many songs since Spotlight, but we'll always go back to like one of our favorite songs.
But that's the bop.
And that song, that was a bop.
That's the bop.
So, that was my jam. Anyway.
So the cool thing about J HUD was that she was the coach and advisor because Kelly was unable to attend the rehearsals for this, at least, well, I'm guessing the whole battle round. She was not able to attend any of the battle round rehearsals. So J HUD was the perfect coach / advisor.
I love it. I love that, just that other, honestly, the early seasons of that other show is just a gift that just keeps giving.
Yes,
like,
it is.
We are 20 years later, and they're just a gift that keeps giving.
Absolutely.
And they're with The Voice now, and we're here for it. So anyway, let's jump right in. So our first contestants of the night were Liv and Mikenley. And there's so much to discuss. Stephanie, do we want to let them in on a little bit as to what happened today? I'm sorry. So Liv and Mikenley they're our teenagers. Some of our teenagers of this season, and they sang Focus by H.E.R. all caps.
Yes.
The artist known as Her.
Yes.
Can you focus on me? Yeah. Baby, can you focus?
And
So
also,
Stephanie
they
was,
were a leak. They were a leak as well.
oh, I'm glad I didn't watch the leak.
Me too.
So Stephanie, let's talk a little bit about what happened today. Because I'm going to tell on myself. Stephanie, do you want to?
I'll give a brief.
Stephanie got a phone call.
I'll give a brief synopsis. So I'm editing something else, and I get this phone call from James, and he's like, "I'm ready to quit. I'm ready to quit the show." And I'm like, "Why?" And he said, "Well, because
Why you call me with that noise?
with this foolishness." He said because they didn't even know the song, and I'm like, number one, I don't even know what you're talking about. He just called me mid-sentence. That James loves to call me mid-sentence. So he's talking about Liv and Mikenley did not know Focus by Her. And I was like, you need to calm down. Don't Her is a very popular artist, period, full stop. And she's not Kelly. She's not Mariah. She's not Whitney. Her is not one of the pop princess kind of people that I would expect for teenagers to know their full catalog. So it did not even phased me when they said that they didn't know the song. Cut to 2 minutes later in the conversation, James hadn't even listened to the song yet. He ain't even hear the performance yet. So basically, I was like, why don't you go listen to the performance first, and then you call me.
She kept her mouth shut. She said, why don't you just go listen to the song first?
And that's the face that I had. The face that James has on is the exact face that I had on when I seen it.
And you know what? I'm going to check this real quick. I just got to check this because I need to apologize because I know that a lot of the contestants do watch the Pitchy podcast and we love you all. And I just want to check something for Liv and Mikenley's sake. Okay, so the first time I ever heard this song, and I immediately lost my mind. It was when Her did her Tiny Desk. And I'm thinking like it was yesterday. This Tiny Desk was 7 years ago.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay. And Liv is 16 and Mikenley is 19.
19.
Okay. So 7 years ago, they were babies. I mean, they're still babies to us, but they were babies. So I need to personally apologize first to Liv and Mikenley, and then I need to apologize to Stephanie, and I need to apologize to NBC The Voice, and I need to apologize to all the pitchies out there because Stephanie knows I'm just so passionate about her as an artist and this song that I got a little upset. Now,
James was on one. Let's get into y'all getting a lot tonight.
Yes, I'm dynamite, light a match. So get ready, y'all. Y'all are getting a lot tonight. So let's get into the battle.
All right.
Okay. So I was like, the rehearsal, the B-roll, that's cute. That's cute. That's cute. They sound good. That's cute. It's giving them, good advice. Cute. And then we get to the performance. And then they started. And they started. I said, well, the first thing I wrote was, I like that they're listening to each other, right?
They sure are.
And this is throughout the entire battle.
They had to have been.
I said, but then, did y'all hear, if you have not heard this, go and listen to this. How delicate. It's the best word I can use to describe. They opened the song in tandem harmony. I said, Mikenley's voice is undeniable. I think that's what J HUD said. And I agree. And then Liv, she's a star. Okay? And then I wrote, again, they love the blend. I love the blend. So as they go on, I'm starting to lose it. Like lose my mind. Because I said, oh, we're going to start this like this?
Yep.
Meaning y'all are going to, the two of these young ladies are going to sing out of their minds?
They did.
Like this?
Yep.
And then I was watching things like the performance, because we talk about the performance too. And I was like, Liv had this look in her eyes, like she was about to like conquer the world. Like, you
Mm-hmm.
know, when a singer is locked in, it's
Mm-hmm.
like Tyra Banks called it a smize. You know,
Mm-hmm.
she had this look, and she was
Mm-hmm.
like, mm, like that, like, and I just was like, yo, this is about to be really special.
Mm-hmm.
And then they just kept singing, and then Mikenley took out her dirty knife and started
Filthy.
stabbing, not just Liv. She started stabbing everyone
Everyone.
in that studio audience. No survivors. And if you aren't familiar with the Picture Podcast, when something gets dirty, like dirty meaning good dirty, we start
Yeah.
talking about dirty knife fights, right?
Yes.
This became a dirty knife fight because Mikenley took out her knife and Liv then took out her knife. And I said, okay, it's going to be one of those tonight. Let's go. I'm here for it.
Yep.
I said, Liv is hanging in there. I said, but with Mikenley, not only is she giving an exceptional vocal, but she was being disrespectful with her vocal. Like,
Them
did
runs.
you hear the nuances? Did you hear the run? She like created her own run. Did you hear
Yes, she
the
did.
flip into the falsetto? That
Sure did.
like, did you hear all of it?
Mm-hmm.
I said, her. This doesn't happen too often. I'm talking to her. H-E, capital H period, E period, R period.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to hand over this song to Mikenley. You've got to hand over this song to this teenager. I said, by the end, I said, nobody going home tonight
Better not.
from this battle. Ain't
Better not.
nobody. Y'all, I've got to remind myself that Liv is like not even a senior. Like, she's like either a
Right.
sophomore or a junior. She's like the same
Right.
age as my daughter.
Singing down like that.
Singing down, not just singing down, but the fire in her eyes.
Mhm.
Like, I was like, whoa, because she's too young to give that look that she's about to eat you up, eat you alive.
Mhm.
I'm telling you.
Mhm.
I said, Adam made a statement and he said, it's the greatest audition he's ever heard on the battle he's
Absolutely.
ever heard on this show. And I say
Yeah.
to Adam, I said, I wouldn't say in the history of the show,
Right. Right.
but this
Right.
is jumped into my top 5. Every season, Stephanie will tell you, there's usually one or two battles
There's one or two.
that
There's
I
one or
just
two.
put on
There's
repeat.
one or two. There's one or two.
And this was the battle I have been listening to all afternoon. Liv and Mikenley, you two hit this ball out of the park into the next park in the next town. You hit it out of National Stadium and it kept flying and then it flew into Camden Yards.
That's right.
Liv and Mikenley, if you don't know the reference, just look at the DMV
Look at the
baseball
map.
team. The cities are close to each other. You have Washington, D.C., you have Baltimore. Y'all hit that ball out of D.C., and then it landed in the outfield in Baltimore.
In Baltimore.
Stephanie.
The first thing I wrote was "Come through harp," the harp, come through harp, and then it was "Come through harmonies." Like the harmony opening was just delicious. It was so perfect, and like you said, not only at the beginning but all throughout the performance, you can't do these intricate, because let me tell you, they were not just regular harmonies; they were intricate harmonies with a lot of movement. You cannot do that. Do it well and do it so that you're not outshining somebody else. You're complimenting. You can't do that unless you're hearing the other person.
Stephanie, did you hear how tuned?
No, it was one voice.
Tuning.
It sounded one voice. It was two voices, but they sound like one voice. It was so incredible.
So tuned. Like I heard no pitch. Like the pitch was perfect.
It really was. It really was.
And very difficult harmonies.
Mm-hmm. So Liv has this incredibly vast, wide-ranging, incredible vocal. It's bright. It's big. It pierces through in the best way. And she is a passionate performer, and I love it. Mikenley.
I'm
Go ahead.
gonna say one thing, and this is oxymoronic. Liv, it's a youthful maturity.
Yeah. Mikenley and it was cool because in these battles we often see two different vocals coming together, but then you hear them separately too. So it's cool because we get two different interpretations of this one song. So with Mikenley, you just felt hurt. You just felt the ache. She sounded like somebody's Baptist choir leader with all the oil and soul and fried chicken that was on this young lady's throat. Like, where did you get these runs from? Where did you get that flip into the yodel? Where did you get the richness of your texture and the tone of your voice? Where did you get the lived out life experience that just dripped and poured and just saturated the entire stage? It was like incredible. And like you said, the harmonies together were just delicious. There is one thing though that I think was very interesting about their performances and what differentiated their performances for me. I'm going to talk more about that on Patreon.
Okay.
But overall, this was one. I understand why it was leaked, number one. I understand too why the results were what the results were.
It was up there with some of our favorites. It was of Sasha and Devik's quality.
Mm-hmm.
And real quick, a side note, Stephanie, I don't know if you know this, but Sasha just had major throat surgery because she had like, I'm going to get emotional because I know she is like how important her voice is to her. Sasha had thyroid cancer. She's recovering from thyroid cancer. And
was that on her Instagram?
She posted this morning. I meant to tell you.
I just saw something from her, and I must have seen a different thread of things.
She posted a picture of her in recovery, like with the stitches across her throat. And it was such a, when you all get a chance, Stephanie, go look to her stories. I don't know if it's on her stories.
I will.
And she writes just why she's been away. But it was a Sasha and Devik's quality. And Sasha and Devik's like the battles start and stop with Sasha and Devik's,
They
right?
do.
We've been talking about it for years. Go back and watch Electric Fields.
Mm-hmm.
I just type Sasha and Devik's Electric Fields.
Mm-hmm.
This is, it was of this echelon. It was of, well, I'll talk about that later.
Okay.
This was such a special battle.
It was.
You know what I also like, Stephanie, real quick? I loved how they became teenagers again at the end. Like,
yes, they did. They were like,
they became giddy.
I loved it.
As
yes,
they are.
Absolutely.
Like at the end. But when they were singing,
it was all business. It was business.
It was a dirty knife fight. Finally.
It was. It was.
So what happened, Stephanie? Right off the bat, what happened?
Yeah. So again, this is Team Kelly. She had a very difficult decision. In the end, she chose Mikenley as the winner. And then as Liv was standing up there, you get bop and bop. So you have Adam and you have, you have Adam and then you have John. Now everybody has a steal. Kelly has a super steal. I'll talk about that in just a second. So John is doing his little pitch. Adam is doing his little pitch. And Kelly said, ho, 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 ho. I got that super save, super steal, which ends up really just being a save. Bop, come on back home, Liv. So Liv was stolen back by Kelly.
Kelly said, I can't let her go. Are you kidding me?
No, Kelly ain't no fool. Kelly ain't no fool.
Please. The voice, y'all got to get a little original. All it is a save.
all it is a stage. So now she's out. Like there's no
Right.
real advantage,
Right.
really.
But I get
Okay.
it. I get it. They got to make it fresh.
All right.
All right. Woo! What a way to start this show.
It sure
I
was.
said, okay, it's going to be like that tonight. Let's go. So our next singers, contestants for the evening were our country boys. We had, well, actually, no, they weren't country. One of them was country.
Yes.
We had Bay and Hunter. Hunter was, wasn't Hunter the very last audition?
No.
He's one of the last.
Jared was the last.
Jared was. Okay. So
Hunter was one of the first country singer. He was the three chair turn.
Right.
That country singer that was on Adam's team.
Got it. So they sang I'm the Problem by a former Voice contestant, Morgan Whalen.
Wild. That's wild. No, it's just wild that he was a former Voice contestant. Right? Yes.
If I'm a problem, and your lips never do no wrong. If I'm so awful, then why'd you stay around this long?
Let me not put my hands up, y'all, because this camera be losing its mind sometimes.
I know, right?
You know what? It reminded me why I really like Hunter's voice. His voice is just so doggone pure. Like, it's just so pure. But I loved it when Bay came in and joined him. Because I was like, again, we're getting another, like, collaboration.
Right.
I said their voices are so complimentary of each other. I said, and you can tell... I don't know what it is, Stephanie, about those voices that have been pounding the pavement. And Bay, like, you can tell Bay has one of those voices that he's been pounding that pavement, just trying to get his big break, in Nashville.
Yes.
He's got one of those voices that takes you on a journey. Bay does. I love that Hunter, because if I remember correctly in Hunter's audition, Hunter didn't really give any grit in the audition. He just sang it kind of straight and plain, but his voice is so pure, people got excited. But I felt like Hunter gave you a different angle or dynamic of his voice. He showed some versatility today because he added some grit, vocal fray in his voice, and which leads me to believe that he is a very versatile singer, Hunter. It's just, if you all remember, if you look at previous episodes, and I thought Mikenley did this so well, and Hunter did it well tonight too. I said, don't give him too much. As you progress, if you progress, that's when you start giving them your tricks, right? And going back and listening to Mikenley, because I was like, what did Mikenley sing? Oh, she sang that real cool version of Teenage Dream.
Yes.
And she held that run to the very end of it. But it kind of gave us some foreshadowing into it. And I felt like Hunter sang it straight, did it enough to get through this round, but then the first round, the blinds, but then he gave you the grit, and I was like, okay. Bay reminds me of those 70s rockers. I wouldn't say hard rockers,
no,
and I wouldn't say singer-songwriter. It's like Eagles, like it's got a voice like that, like just it's a very unique sound. I can't describe it. It's not James Taylor.
It's 70s, 80s classic rock with a little splash of soul. And nuance.
This was a draw for me.
It was a draw.
I know we go back and later talk about who we would have picked, but
on Patreon.
Yeah, this was a draw for me, Stephanie. I couldn't. I thought they both did superb.
So
what say you?
So So I feel you, because the way they structured the song, Hunter sang the first verse, and then they joined in on harmonies together in the chorus, and then Bay took the second verse, and then from then on out they kind of switched back and forth as to who was doing a little bit of lead here, a little bit of lead there. So it kind of tricks you. when they construct a arrangement like this, because it tends to make the person that's singing second sound like they are the guest artist and the first one is the main artist.
Right.
So Hunter, oh my goodness, Hunter is just country goodness.
Yeah.
Hunter made this song sound like it was his. If I ain't know no better, I was like, this is Hunter's song. He penned it himself. It was strong. It was powerful. It was, like you said, it had that grit in it. It was just wonderful. It sounded exactly like I would expect a country artist to sing it.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, all right, babe, what you gonna do? Because your voice don't sound like this, sir. How your voice gonna sound on this song? And babe started singing, and I was like, we got some nuance, we got some breathiness, we got some melodic choices, we have just and I did say a kind of storyteller, kind of singer songwriter, because he was just telling the story of the song really well, and he was doing that through choice and nuance. And I think that it was brilliant that he did not try to sound like a country singer. He sang this song like him, and it was such a cool and refreshing take that not only was I taken aback, the coaches were too. They were like, oh. So, and it's funny because before their battle started, Adam went over to Kelly and to John. He was like, y'all gonna have to help me on this one.
Right.
And they were like, oh, all right, whatever. And then they got done, and John and Kelly were both like, oh, I understand what you mean now.
Yeah,
because
that's why I wrote,
this is
like,
kind of
I
like
didn't know.
a pick your flavor.
I didn't know who to pick, because I agree with Adam. This was, I don't know why it was so hard, but this one,
because they both sounded exceptionally good on it.
Yeah.
That's why. And because, like, Hunter should have, because this is a country song, but he delivered. And Bay, because he shouldn't have sounded as good as he did, and he did. So that's what made it so difficult. And I think, too, because Adam even said this, like, Hunter, you're my first country artist. Like, I feel kind of an allegiance to that, but I can't deny what Bay just stood up here and did.
Right.
So in the end, Adam made the really tough choice, and he picked Bay. And I was surprised, but I was also like,
right. Either way, I would have been excited.
Exactly. I'm excited because I just get to keep saying, hey, baby, hey, baby,
right.
Hey, baby, hey, baby. Bonus points if you get that reference. Bay is our winner.
Okay.
And unfortunately, that meant Hunter had to go home.
That was a big cut.
I ain't like that.
Cut, as they say.
Deep cut, yeah.
Cut. Like, that wasn't
Deep cut.
Okay, so our next singers,
oh my gosh,
we had AJ and Lucas, and they sang "Wanted" by Hunter Hayes.
I love this song.
I do too.
I love this song.
I wanna make you feel wanted, and I wanna call you mine, wanna hold your hand.
And before we jump into it, I want to talk about Money Long for a second. Okay, first of all, greatest. She is, just when she started speaking, I said, she is dropping some serious. I said, Money is like, she's an artist, because she said the juxtaposition of it all. I was like,
I said, okay, I see you, sis. I see you, sis.
But then I remembered, I said, wait, couple of things. And then I'm going to talk about, you got to tune into the Patreon, y'all, because I'm going to talk about Money Long at length. But then I said, I almost forgot that one of our favorite battles of all time was a Money Long song.
Oh, it was
Ari and Bryson. Nobody told me
like you. Nobody gonna tell me.
I mean, that was one of our favorite. And then, so what did I do today? James went down the rabbit hole, and he had to go and listen to that battle 15 million times, because I was like, shoot, I forgot they did Money Long song. Like, that was one of the best battles of all time in my book.
Yes, it was.
That was one of the ones we kept. Stephanie and I both kept playing back over.
Oh, yes.
Money Long is a writer's writer, let me tell you. And if you don't know who she is, think of
you better ask somebody.
Every major artist from like 2000, the late 2000s to 2000 now, she has written hits for. Everyone. Rihanna, just name them. Country, Miranda Lambert, Carrie Underwood, like just name them. Any genre. She's like the Candy Burris of the 2000s, right?
I love that.
She is sick. So I just wanted to give that shout out, and I'll talk more about her a little bit later because I discovered something else that blew my mind. Money is. I said she's the coach's coach. I said, yes. And then I wrote, listen to her, y'all. Little AJ, 14 years old, y'all, and Lucas. I said, listen to Money. She's giving next level advice.
Yes, she is.
Next level advice.
Yes.
And I said 14. When AJ opened his mouth, it reminded me. I was like, that was one of those check the birth certificate. I said, it don't make sense. It don't make sense that he sings that well at 14 years old.
It don't make no sense.
But I said, but when Lucas came in, Lucas lowers blood pressure. That's what I wrote. I said, Lucas lowered my blood pressure. If you're having a stressful day, listen to Lucas sing. He will lower your blood pressure.
God, that's so true.
I said, if AJ is singing like this at 14, I said, he is going to be a titan. I hope he gets good management and good representation and good songwriting, and I hope he becomes a songwriter because AJ could be one of the biggest country artists of all time because he sounded like this at 14. It's like 1000%. when Reba was singing this young, this good, and she's one of the biggest country artists of all time. AJ is going to be a titan in the industry.
Titan.
And then I wrote, take your time, Lucas. You can see I'm listening to it. I said, I still am shaking my head at AJ. I said, Lucas had a section towards the end of that song where he just snapped. He said, did. I am singing up against a kid who is going to win because he's singing it down and people love kids on this show. Lucas said, I've got to take this. I'm sorry I'm giving too much away, y'all. But Lucas said, but it's a part of, I said, Lucas got the assignment and he did what he had to do, unfortunately.
He did what he had to do.
But unfortunately, Stephanie.
He did.
Said, Lucas lowered my blood pressure.
He did. Oh my.
I forgot about Lucas. Wasn't he the first audition or something? He was
Mr. Benny and the Jets.
Like, and he played the piano.
Yes.
What did I say, Stephanie? What did I say? If you remember, what did I say? I said, I need Lucas to get from behind that piano to see what he can do.
And look what he done did. I was not ready for Lucas. I was not ready. So AJ starts
blood pressure. I was like, 120 over 80. Yeah. Same boy. Stephanie, I'm sorry. Y'all, I told you I'm dynamite light a match tonight. I'm gonna have Stephanie fall off that chair in a second.
Oh my God. I'm primed. I'm primed for it because this episode had Stephanie, me happy.
What say you with this one?
So AJ starts off and he's like, I didn't do anything without you. I said, you better sing, young boy. You better sing with his cowboy hat and his belt buckle
as big
shining.
As his head, as Kelly said.
I said, you better, with all that throat. I said, where you get all that throat from? 14. I said, oh my God. So his voice was just soaring. And then Lucas come in with the Big Brother soul season energy, and I was just like, "What the hell?" Like,
you gonna do that tonight?
I swear to God, his voice
Lucas, he's a child.
Listen, I swear to God, his voice did not sound like that.
No,
in the blinds. I swear to God, he went to a different level. He sounded like somebody's Baptist preacher, Baptist deacon with the soul and richness and the texture that was on the character. He had like this it was at the back end
of the song
when he just snapped. He did this You're All I Ever Wanted. Did you hear that the falsetto? Because it was cool. It was a cool contrast because AJ sang it full throat. He said, "You're all I ever wanted," and then Lucas came in with the falsetto and ran that thing down. And you will see when I post this reaction, I literally I screamed because I did not know that he was going to go down with the depth that he went down with that falsetto run. And then by the end of the song, it was just a snappage alert, snappage alert, snappage alert, because AJ was hollering, Lucas was just doing all of the things, and it was. But here's the thing that I love the best. This is the thing that made me like rock like this at the end of it. By the end of it,
Right.
Because there were different moments in the performance where they had like choreographed a point or they did a fist bump, and it was such little brother big brother energy, and I just loved it so much. And to pair that with their vocal, it was too much. It was so good, and it was too much. And then I got scared because I'm like, who do you
remind you of as far as like little brother, big brother? Michael B. and Riley.
Another amazing battle. Another amazing battle.
Like, I said,
they're doing a heartbreak anniversary. Oh my God.
AJ and Lucas were hurting us tonight.
They was hurting.
Again, another sad result. I'm like, voice, right? How do you manage to do this every season? We say this every season, Stephanie.
And I thought Kelly was going to shed real tears because she loved her some AJ, but in the end, John picked Lucas as the winner. And then AJ unfortunately went home. You ain't done, young boy. You ain't done.
He's going to be a
stepping stone.
He's going.
Oh yes, he is.
Yes, he is. Somebody, please pick AJ up. Like, I'm talking about a good representation and management, because he is going to change country music. Watch.
Yes, he is.
I plan on seeing him. Give him 5 to 10.
You give him 5 to 10.
Give him 5 to 10, not jail time.
Not jail.
Give him 5 to 10 years and watch. Everybody's gonna be talking to AJ. Watch.
Yes.
Watch.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So unfortunately, AJ went home, but Lucas lived to sing another day. He's one of those. I can't wait
to hear him again.
He's one of those where I'm just like, what are you going to sing next?
I can't wait to see his knockout. Oh my God. What you going to do now?
Okay. All right. So our next pairing battle was Bijou and
Jaali.
I'm sorry, Jaali. I was reading my writing. I was like, did I write that right? Yeah, it's Jaali.
Mm-hmm. Jaali.
I didn't want to mess up your name because I thought I wrote it wrong, but that is exactly how you spell your name. And they sang Die For You, The Weeknd. I was like, I love it when they
we love some Weeknd.
I love
we love some Weeknd.
The Weeknd back.
Yeah, baby, I would die for you. Hey, the distance and the time between us, it'll never change my mind. 'Cause baby, I would die for you.
I said, Jaali, sis, I take it all back. I gotta give Stephanie her props. I said, James, listen to her again. Because when Jaali went into the basement, I said, oh, it's again, we're going to do this tonight?
We're going to do this tonight. Yep.
I love, one of my favorite things is when people battle. And I'm going to talk about this for a second. Bijou, if you watch us, please listen to this.
She do.
Hi, Bijou. I love that you were giving a different style approach to this song.
She was serving.
And you were giving me award show collaboration. And I need y'all to think about this for a second. If you think about award shows when they collaborate and you bring in two artists that are two completely different genres and they're singing a song, and you have one artist who that's their genre and Jaali, right? But then Bijou is that singer that you would have never thought the artist would sing that song, but sounds amazing. Right? This Bijou, this is what you did. You stayed true to your art, to your voice, and I would have never thought you would have sung a song like this. It's like you didn't try to go into Jaali's like realm of R&B pop, right?
Right.
You stay true to you were like, I'm just singing a band with my family and blah blah blah.
And yes.
And you stayed so true, and it was magic. It was magic. I said, I would have never thought you would have sung a song like this, but you sounded amazing, staying true to yourself vocally. You should be very proud of yourself, young lady. Very proud. One of the things that I noticed about Jaali, she is an in the cut singer. Did you hear her singing in the cut? She found that little, she was finding those little arias. And Aria and Jaali, you know what I'm talking about because you're from Baltimore.
Yeah.
You found that them little areas, and you just sing it in the cut. I said her voice fits like a glove on this song. I said I agree with the pick, and Stephanie will talk about the pick. I said pop R&B, kind of like The Weeknd. Yeah, Stephanie, this was another y'all just. Voice.
They was knocking it out the park.
Are y'all just and honestly, this was every performance. Every performance last night was of the highest quality. Stephanie.
I told you it was a good one when you called me, remember? Yeah. I told you it was a good one. So I'll talk more about this on Patreon, but I don't know if you felt this way, James, and maybe we can dissect it a little bit in Patreon. When their segment started, it was giving quick clip. And I was about to get pissed off. Wasn't it giving quick clip? You know what I mean by that?
I think another one was like they did. It's like they just jumped right in.
But Addie and Grace's as well.
But then they did the whole thing.
Oh, yeah,
yes, but it was Addie and Grace. Yeah,
a couple. Yeah. But yeah, I was like, oh no. But then it did the whole thing. But it was giving quick clip, so I was concerned. James pretty much said everything that I wanted to say. I think that your illustration of it being like an award show performance is perfect because that's exactly what it sounded like. Because you would never hear Bijou singing this song she would never pick this song for herself. But she was giving Florence and the Machine. She was giving Miley Cyrus. And I just love how she was completely sold out. She was giving everything. And both of the outfits was stunning. I love what Bijou was wearing. I love what Jaali was wearing. But she was just sold out. She was not lost in the song, but she was just sold out to the performance. And I loved it. I loved the texture and the timbre and the tone and the character of her voice on this song. It was so different than Jaali's, but it was such a cool contrast. When they sang their harmonies together, though, it sounded beautiful. It was wonderful. Yeah, I don't have that much more to say because James pretty much echoed everything that I wanted to say. The other thing that made this feel quick clip-ish is that Adam said something. No, I'm sorry. John said a little bit of something. And then we never heard from Kelly, and it went straight to Adam making his choice.
Yeah, I so although they probably had to do some kind of creative editing, right?
Yes. And it's interesting because I know that there has been some upsettedness at the quick clips of it all, especially from last season. So I wonder if they're going to do more of this creative editing where they might not share as much of the B-roll. They get right into the performance. They don't show all of the coaches' feedback, but we might not get the full of what other performances get, but we get a fuller than just a little quick clip situation. So if that's how it's going to be, I'm good because I got everything that I need. I got everything that I needed.
Fans. Because we were getting off.
We was getting mad. So in the end, Adam decided to go with Jaali as our winner. Unfortunately, that meant that Bijou was sent home.
Again.
They
cut too deep. Bijou, we love you.
Yeah, congratulations to Jaali, though. She sang down.
Stay true. Stay true. Like you did.
Yes.
Bijou.
Yes.
Stay true.
Yes.
All right. So we had another country offering in JW, our resident bread man, and Blair, our yodeler.
Yes.
And they say never again,
Again.
Leanne Womack.
I'll say never again. Then just like it's always been.
I said, first thing I wrote, I said, my Lord. And this is before it was said later. I said, my Lord, y'all need to take this act on the road.
Yeah. Oh,
my
yeah.
Lord.
Oh,
them
yeah.
together, sing.
Them together.
And I said, sang Blair. I wrote that in caps. I said, I love how she keeps her voice tuned. Blair has a really good sense of pitch. She was very it's just a laser focused pitch. That damn JW. I said the nuances in that young man's voice. I said that it's the best. It's something that the best country singers have.
1000%.
JW. This is why they were losing their minds over JW's singing, right?
Yes.
He sounds like the best country singers like ever to exist. He's that ridiculous, and he's so humble. I don't think he knows how good he is. I don't think he has a clue.
He faking it real good if he do.
He's like, I'm just trying to play gigs and deliver my bread.
Right.
I said, and he just goes through these different registers. It made me sick. I was like, JW, you make me sick.
I know.
It's like effortless. Just going through the registers and he's so ridiculous. This is what I loved about Blair. I was like thinking in my head, and then she gave it to me. I said, Blair, where's that grit that I remember in your audition? I said, where's that grit? Because you ain't no Yoda one trick pony. I said, Blair sings with grit, and then it came. It came. I said, I was waiting for the grit that I remember her voice having in The Blind. And then I wrote, take us home, y'all. Take us home. They truly need to think about taking their act on the road. Their voice together is like simpatico. Like it's just incredible. And then I wrote again, JW is so humble and yet so undeniable.
Yeah, they were special together. I really feel like he brought out the best in her.
He really did.
And he was like that solid
voice.
He was like the solid foundation. It felt like he was just the solid foundation, right? And that it allowed her to stand upon and just shine and be her best self. And it was wonderful. His rich country tone, that old school, and like you said, it was so cool because he started out in this kind of lower place, and then by the end he's reaching up into his like upper tenor. I was like, wait a minute, you fit
as good as it was when it was lower,
and it did, and it was so understated how he just jumped up there. I was like, oh, I forgot, but now I remember that you had that, sir. And with Blair, it was really cool because what do we remember from her Blind? She's the yodeler, so it's like, I want to hear you really, really sing, right? And I thought that this song allowed for her voice to just soar. She seemed really comfortable and at ease with the song. And she just sang it with a lot of passion and conviction. And their harmonies together, oh my goodness, it was gorgeous. It was gorgeous. So I was really pleased with this pairing, and I was really pleased with their performance as well.
Yeah. So JW is just so undeniable. Like, he really could win this show, y'all. Because he's got an incredible story. Everyone loves him. He's humble. And the voice is just like one of the best. One of the best. He could really win the show. So unfortunately, Blair had to go home because JW won. Yeah. Again, I thought everyone should have been stayed this week.
Well, just save everybody from.
Don't even have singers come next week. But I know we got some crazy singers coming.
Well, we got some good ones coming.
We got some crazy singers coming down the pike. Okay.
Yes.
So our next performance is Adi and Grace.
Mm-hmm.
And I love this.
Just give me your reason.
Anything with Pink
Yes.
on it, I'm
Mm-hmm.
here for it. So this is Just Give Me a Reason by Pink.
Nothing is as bad as it seems. Just give me.
If y'all remember Addie, I was angry because I was like, how can you sing that good? Like, how can your upper extension be just that freaking ridiculous? And he
was
did it
Mr. Bruno
again.
Mars. Yeah, he was Mr. Bruno Mars.
Upper extension just said, I love Grace on this song. I love her vibrato. The way Addie sustains, did you hear how he sustains a note?
Still going.
It's like perfection.
Still
He has
going.
perfect technique, and people with perfect technique make me ill. Vocal technique. And then Grace did something wild to me. I heard she reminded you she's that Joni Mitchell type of singer.
Joni Mitchell never lie.
Like her voice like exploded.
Yeah.
It exploded.
Yeah.
I said, all the battles are just crazy tonight. Grace really showed her versatility.
Yes, she did.
On this song. Because I thought, she was that folksy, kind of like airy voice. No, she was singing.
Right.
Singing.
And
just, yeah, it was so good. The two of them together. Again, another pairing where Addie, just perfect technique. Grace giving you stuff that you've never heard from her. She did not bring, in my opinion, in the audition. And it was just so special. It was so good. It was so good. I didn't even want to take a lot of notes because I loved what I was hearing so much with them. Stephanie?
Yeah, this was another one that was quick clip-ish. Like we said with the other one that was similar, how you really saw it was in the feedback at the end from the coaches, but also how it kind of just jumped into the performance. There was no like intro music. It was just like straight in.
Right.
But again, glad we got the full performance. So I'm not complaining. I'm actually applauding NBC's The Voice for doing that instead of what they've been doing. So yeah, Addie brought the upper extension. He brought the Bruno Mars feel. And like this song is difficult for a male vocal because, Pink is not the highest register of singer, but it's still a female vocalist. And it's still not for Addie, not at all. Like he was just
you're ridiculous.
He is ridiculous. He was just pitch perfect. And then Grace, I love what she brought. And again, just kind of like we were talking about with Bijou. It's like you bring yourself into these songs. You don't have to change who you are and what you do to fit what you think a certain styling of a song is. And she brought her full self. Now, where I was concerned for her, because I could see where it was going, there's that part in the bridge of this song where the vocalists go back and forth. And at the very end of that part, Pink says a line, and I apologize if I get it wrong, but the lyric is something like "We'll come clean" or "I'll come clean" or something, and it's just
yeah.
And it's like exposure alert, like it's such an impactful part of the song, and I knew based on how things were going, Grace was going to get it, and I was almost like, if anybody should take that line, it's Addie, because he's up in that upper extension more than Grace is, but she handled it, and I'm so glad that she really did not do a Pink karaoke kind of trying to mimic exactly what Pink did. She did her own thing with it, and I was like, that's what you do. That's how you navigate these songs like that. So I was pleasantly surprised by when I saw the song choice and heard what they were singing. It was like, but I really liked the way it came together for them. Yeah.
So who won that battle?
Grace won. John picked Grace to go through. And
I didn't want to say this, but I said, all the battles tonight are really crazy. Grace really showed her versatility, and that's why I believe she pulled ahead, because she showed her versatility.
So.
She's like, you know what? I can sing Joni Mitchell, but I can do it with power too. And
Yeah,
I think
absolutely.
that's why she pulled ahead, not because Addie
Mhm.
can't sing. Because everyone knows Addie's
Right,
one of the
no.
best singers this season. Period.
Exactly.
Okay, so our final performance of the night, and Lord Jesus, was it a final?
Mhm.
I said, it's so funny because if you watch the B Reel with Moses G and Alexia J, they said we knew we were going to get paired together. They were like, we knew we were going to get paired. And then Adam comes. Let me tell you, that doggone Adam Levine, he will pull a song out of his, I almost cuss, out of his butt. Then I'm just like, Adam, you the coolest white dude I know. Like, seriously, Night Shift, the Commodores? Really?
Okay, but
It's gonna be a long night shift. You found another home.
are we really going to talk about how we felt about this song choice on the main pod, or are we going to really talk about how we felt about this song choice on the Patreon?
I mean, we can talk about it on the Patreon. I thought it was a great choice. You may not have agreed. I thought I was like, first I was like, huh? I said, first of all, how do you know about this song, Adam? It's our parents' music. All right, we'll hold it.
We can talk about that on the Patreon.
Let me tell you something. I love Moses. Moses has such a unique voice. Actually love. I'm not the biggest fan of people with fast vibratos, but Moses has this gorgeous, not same tone and not same type of voice, but like Stevie Nicks style vibrato that it cuts. It's like Florence Welch and Florence and the Machine. Like, it's that type of vibrato, and I love it. Alexia, I mean, what do you say about Alexia? Really, what do you say? Y'all, she was a part of, I believe, in my humble opinion, the greatest collaboration in Grammy history. Alexia was a part of this. And I have a feeling, I was thinking about this today, Stephanie. I have a feeling that her getting that gig has something to do with this show. I don't know. I could be wrong.
Well, this was probably taped. I know it was taped before that was taped.
Well before. But
Well before.
I have a feeling that someone...
John Legend.
Yeah. Legend was just like, oh no, you coming with me to the Grammys and you singing on that. I'm introducing you to Lauryn Hill and you are singing.
Well, because John Legend was a part of that special.
He was
a part of that tribute.
He was. So I just have a feeling there's some foreshadowing going on. Now, again, we're going to get to the lives, but there's something that happened because Alexia was like standing next to some of the titans of R&B and soul at the Grammys.
Yes, she was.
And a part, like, she was featured, y'all.
Featured
More than Anthony Hamilton was featured. Like, what's happening here? What's happening here? And I was like she was up there standing next to John Baptiste and Leon Bridges and these just
Titans. October London.
Leela Hathaway. Belial. Like, just Lauren. Shaka. John. Like, just, I was like, something. A little side deal was made.
Side deal.
What do you say? It's just crazy. Moses, let me tell you what Moses was giving me. Moses was giving me some Teddy P.
Oh my gosh, he was giving me some
Teddy P. Like when Teddy left Harold Melvin in the Blue Notes and he went solo.
Yeah.
He was giving me some, like, it's a late 70s. It's very specific. It's like a late 70s soul.
Late 70s. Yes.
I said like when Teddy went solo. And then I said, you know what? Stephanie's going to agree with me when I say this. You notice how Alexia is always ready. Like, vocally, she's always ready. I've never heard a singer that's always ready. Like like Kim Cruz was always ready, right?
Always ready.
I said,
Mhm.
like, ready, it's just nuts. It's
Mhm.
able to always be ready to give a perfect vocal.
Exactly.
Everything that came out of her mouth was perfection,
It was.
like life-changing.
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
have a lot of respect for Adam because he picked this song, and we can have that discussion on the next on the Patreon. And
I would love to.
I actually love the arrangement, this arrangement of this song.
Oh, I
Yeah.
did too.
It's a
I did like that.
perfect duet from incredible artists. I had no more notes at that point. I said, I'm just going to sit back and listen because this is like Luther Whitney. Like, it's just, what a way to end the show. Stephanie?
Oh, it really was. Would you happen to know what the first lyric of this song is?
Marvin?
Is something.
Marvin.
Okay,
Talking about Marvin Gaye.
when when Moses said Marvin, I said, "Oh, I know exactly what you're going to do, sir." I said, "Oh." I did the same thing. I was like, "Oh, I know exactly what this is. I know exactly what oh my god, the
Because I think
tone.
this song was written.
This,
Was this song written right after Marvin was killed? I can't remember.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I gotta look that
know
up.
you got to give me some education about this song because I just have thoughts. So it was just,
Parents
oh my
music,
god,
girl. You need to talk to mom and pops.
I do. I need to talk to my mother about this
You
song.
talk to your mother about this song. You really do.
I should.
Because I grew up on this.
Well, me too, but I guess I just have a simple view of this song.
We'll talk about it later. All right.
Yes.
What's your take on this one, girl?
Moses was just legit.
Yeah.
I was like, brother, I don't remember you sounding like this in the blinds.
No, he did.
You sounded good in the blinds, but you was not given this in the blinds.
Oh, bro.
And this is why I love the battles. And this is why I almost wish that battles came after knockout so that we got to hear everybody individually again first or second. Because I swear we do not get a true sense of who these artists are in the blinds. We don't. The first time we get a real true sense of who these artists are is in the battles. And I said, oh, Moses, I peep you, clocked. I see exactly who you are, sir, with that vibrato, with the soul, with the texture, with the performance, with the vibe, with the energy, with the joy. Like he was just bringing it
I was asking my homegirl at work today, Stephanie, a little side note. When did, because I'm here for it. When did flare pants come back in for men? Which
when Moses put them in.
Okay.
Last night.
I need to get me a pair of them pants. I like them pants.
Go get you some. Go get you some because he was working them. He was working them. And then you got Miss Alexia.
Like, he gave an iconic performance. Like the look, like you said, everything he did was icon.
It was so special.
Yeah.
It was so special. And then you got the queen standing next to him with the pink and the yellow. And I was just like, royal. It was like, I felt like I need to curtsy. It's not a curtsy. I'm curtsy.
It's like the flowers pick themselves and put themselves in their hair.
She's just so regal. She's just so regal. And then like just knowing that she was a part of that tribute, that D'Angelo tribute, it just makes me feel like she is that level. And she ain't need to be a part of no tribute. She's just she just presents as that level of a human being. And then what comes out of her mouth is just like, the purest.
It's a religious experience.
It's like the purest of honey, the most refined of oil. It's just flowing out of her. So it starts with her with this rich, deep tone coming out of her throat, like spilling out onto the stage. And then she goes into her upper extension and by the end, why are we shouting? Why is it holleration on Night Shift? I was like, why did Night Shift just somehow turn into like a Negro spiritual in a way? Like it was just so amazing the place that they took this song to. It was such an and their chemistry together was on point. Their harmonies together were so cool. They were intricate. It was just an amazing performance. And I want to make sure that I say of Adam. Adam gave the most eloquent and elevated feedback
he did
of any contestants I have ever heard on this show from anybody. The way he spoke of these two human beings almost made me want to weep. Because not only and go to the
Legend
clip
too.
on YouTube, it will show
Legend, I thought the way Legend spoke of
he
Moses, like
he did too.
Yeah.
Yes, I was not expecting that from Adam.
Yeah,
and it was so spot on. It was so everything that he said was true, but it was true, and you could tell the reverence, okay, that he had for not only Moses but for Alexia J too, and it just did something to my whole spirit the way he spoke of them and how like upset he was to have to make this decision.
and again,
because it was a hard decision.
we knew, like when they stopped singing, we knew no one was going home.
Couldn't.
Nobody was going home.
No.
Legend had to make a move. He had to. It was too special.
So in the end, Adam did pick Alexia as the winner. And then after it took a little while, but Moses was saved by John.
And John basically said, I had no intention.
He said,
but you grabbed me.
Yes.
And didn't let go.
Yes. Didn't let go.
Yeah, Moses stole it. Like he
did.
Like he
did.
Came back.
He stole his spot. He stole his spot. He said, I'm not going.
He stole a spot. He really did.
And he said when they got to the back, he was like, I said I wasn't going anywhere. I said, well, you name it and claim it, brother. You ain't going nowhere. Not this week. You stand.
So, Stephanie,
I understand.
This is a very long episode, but we always take our time with the battles because they're so special. So tell the Pickies what they need to hear. Other than joining Patreon, because y'all join it. That's all I'm gonna say. $5.
Join it.
$5 a month.
Join it.
All right. So tell them what they need to hear, Steph.
All right, so don't forget to follow and subscribe to the Pitchy Podcast on your favorite podcast platform. And while you are there, particularly if you are tuning in on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, go ahead and rate us with 5 stars and a kind review so more friends can find us, particularly those that are fans of NBC's The Voice. Then hop on over to YouTube, search for the Pitchy Podcast, hit that subscribe button so you do not miss when we drop a new episode. Also, don't forget to follow us on Instagram at the Pitchy Podcast and at Blue Sky at the Pitchy Podcast.bsky.social for new episode alerts, episode clips, so much more. And as we already said multiple times, but I'll remind you just one more time, $5 per month, all of the Patreon content that you do not want to miss out on. Check us out there on Patreon. Watch with me as I'm watching an episode or a portion of the episode live. So much content and bonus content after the episode as well. So $5.
Right, so join us next week, you all, for night 2 of the battles. Can't wait because we got some incredible, crazy singers coming down the pike.
We'll be on the night shift. No, we won't. Not according to James' interpretation of the song. We will not be on the night shift. We will be back here on your podcast or on your YouTube.
All right, you all. Have a wonderful rest of your week.
Bye.
Bye.